What's up, guys? How's it going? Happy Monday. Sorry, I'm kind of still getting over this darn cold. How's everyone doing today? What's up, Audrey's? What's up, Zero Ortiz, DF, Michael Nothing, Miss Ace? Sorry to hear that your parents have the big C. Hope you guys are gonna be okay. Trixie, what's up? Allie, how's it going? Jen, what's up? Miss Ace. What's everyone up to tonight, and how has your Monday been? And saying great, been watching you all weekend. That's awesome. Trixie saying all good. For you guys that had to go through a time change, how are you guys surviving? I know it's messed me up a bit. Allie, what happened? You said you fell through a ceiling? Are you okay? Michael Nothing saying I did get notified. That's good. That's a good thing, actually. Zero Ortiz is saying, hate it, getting ready again for the rain. I know we're supposed to get some rain tomorrow, I think it was. I think it was in the weather report. Well, on my phone, that is. Lorraine saying this weather is scary, a little sad. When will spring arrive? I know, we've been having some crazy weather here in California. And saying love-hate relationships with time changes. Same here. I finally get used to my schedule, and now I'm all messed up. Trixie's like, we had a time change? When? What's up, Nerd Report? D-Nice, how's it going? Miss Ace said, I got notified. Awesome. I wish they would actually do away with those time changes, because that just messes everyone up. So today, I really didn't have anything planned to talk about. It's the time change thing. It got me. I slept well though, but I'm still off my schedule. So, I was gonna talk about I guess the news. I'm gonna show you a video about a trucker caught something while he was going down the road in Arizona, and then I was gonna talk about some haunted places and chat with y'all. D Nice, you're actually on time. You weren't late. Trixie, the clocks went forward, so we lost an hour. Miss Ace is saying, I'm tired of being told we're done with the time change and it still changes. I know. Pat, what's up? How's your Monday going? D Nice is asking, how are my watch hours? I am at, you know what? Let me check. Give me 1 second. Because I'm like glued on them, so I should know. But I am at 3,691. So I'm almost there. Almost. Lorraine saying in flash flooding is expected in Northern California. I know. I saw that. They were wondering if it was going to come to the southern part of California. Trixie, you didn't sleep? Come on. I'd die if I didn't sleep. I think there was one time that I stayed up for 20 hours, I think it was. D Nice is saying almost there. Yes, I am. Almost. With my watch hours. Allie's saying, by the way, I used to be a paranormal investigator for Prism, Paranormal Investigators for South Mississippi. Allie, what is the craziest thing you've seen on an investigation? That is super cool, by the way, Allie. D Nice is saying, Butter says you can do it. Thank you, Butter. Brandon, what's up? Hold on, guys. Something is not working right, and I have no idea why. Give me 1 second. Pat Gaines is saying, why does going to Walmart seem so hard now? How so? I usually try to order online. When I buy things, I try to avoid the big Walmarts. Pat Gaines, was it super busy at the Walmart? I try to avoid them. I order online. I have Walmart Plus. Allie's saying we had to go to investigate a grave that the locals kept on messing with. So what were the locals doing to the grave? Were they trying to move it or not being too kind to it? I know, Pat Gaines, you gotta be, depending on what time you go, it's crazy. Something was not working and it's driving me nuts. Sorry, guys. And I don't know why it's not working. So give me a second. Zero Ortiz is saying I always get in little arguments at Walmart. Jay Brimble, how's it going? Hello, Lisa. Have you seen Lewis's new studio setup? Yes, Jay Brimble. I helped him. I helped him set it up. Dean, nice. How was she fascinated with your purchase? and and saying my husband gets Walmart rage. There you go. Now it's working. It is. Especially when you just want to go in and out and then you don't have the patience. And then people can be stupid sometimes. Miss Ace is saying I once went and didn't know they didn't accept Apple Pay. Very nerve wracking. I know there's a lot of places that don't do well. I don't have an Apple, so I don't. I have a Samsung, so I'm good there. But I know there's a lot of places that don't. Okay, D Nice is saying about the checkout lady she had at Walmart. She said she was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Looks at it all around. Think I'm going to get me one after work. Look at this. James' boyfriend and I were like, lady, do you not see the line? That one's funny. Allie saying, yep, they kept on messing with her grave because of a local witch legend. The other experiences was going to a sawmill and an old time movie theater from the 50s. That sounds pretty cool. Trixie's team Samsung. Yes, I'm the same way. Samsung all the way. Had an Apple for like 2 weeks. No, nothing against the people that like apples, but I had an Apple for like 2 weeks and I got rid of it. I'm just a Samsung girl. Pat Gaines saying we always let those with only a few things go ahead, but then everyone wants to go. Jeez, yeah, I know what you mean. All right, guys, I am going to get into this little article I saw while I was scrolling through Facebook. Okay, basically, this trucker, I guess he has a video cam in his cab, and he's driving along. I think he's driving along state. I forgot what. A truck driver's dash cam, and this is from Fox News, and it was published today. I think today. Yeah, today is the 13th. Lucky number 13. A truck driver's dash cam video showing a mysterious figure appearing on the side of an empty road in Arizona has viewers discussing the possibility of a supernatural occurrence. William Church, a truck driver who reportedly drove down Arizona State Route 87 on Give me 1 second if I can find that darn video. Oh, there it is. It doesn't play though. I'm disappointed. Oh, I want to see the video, not pictures of the video. No, that's just a picture. Let me see if I can find the darn video. Because when I searched it earlier, there was a video. Yeah, it says see video at the top of the article, but I don't see the video. Ah, there it is. Of course, there's an ad. Alright, this guy's just driving along, and then he sees this figure. I don't know if you guys caught it. Like, it's very faint. It's on the right-hand side. Right there. Then it slows it down a bit, and you see, it looks like it has, like, legs. Like it's some figure just walking down the street, minding their own bit, or the highway in this case. Yeah, it does. It looks like a guy, you could see, like, legs. That's not a very good screenshot of it, though. What do you guys think it could be? Like glare or... Oh, I didn't have the sound on because I don't want YouTube to ding me, and I don't think I have sound hooked up on this for this video, or for this section, I should say. And it's not much though. It's like just music. And saying it's a garden gnome. D-Nice saying it's 0. Miss Ace is saying bird poop. Miss Ace is saying what a cute pic of you and Chucky on the thumbnail. Thank you. D-Nice is saying it's my cataract. A fun camera flare. Aaron saying, or Trixie says camera flare. Aaron saying I think it's a reflection of the arrow painted on the road. Michael Nothing saying a glare on the windshield smudge. Well, here it looks like a smudge, but in the video... Of course, we have to see an ad again. Oh my gosh, this ad is so long. I just want to see the video again. It's one of those ads where I can't skip it. So he's driving along, and then I don't know if that's lens flare or glare. Like, I literally see, like, 2 legs. I don't know. That's me, though. Lorraine saying the camera's fixed in the windshield. The smudge wouldn't move. Pat Gaines is saying a person, possibly male, but like a mist person. Zero T's, truck drivers get to see a lot of stuff in the wilderness. Aaron Cooper saying the arrow reflected on the windshield. D Nice is saying it's one of the ghosts from Pac-Man. Miss Ace says, I see two legs too. Thank you. I do. I see two white legs with like jeans on and shoes walking. And then you kind of could see a body. Allie's saying the leg lamp from her Christmas Story. Lorraine saying it's a hitch. What happened? What? Don Vanny says it took a step. Zero T's is like, yes, two legs. Yes. I see two legs. I see like a person wearing like baggy jeans. Trixie saying new stealth test suit. They look like they're wearing like baggy jeans or like cargo pants. D Nice is saying, you have one of those leg lamps? That's cool. I'm having ADHD. I'm like or like the dog from Up where he goes bird. I forgot what he said, but he's going all over the place. And saying I call it a thing by over there by the thingamajig by you know who. Yarg saying look at the bright lights. Jen Pearson saying the hitchhiker. Oh, I know the Hitch, that Twilight Zone episode with the hitchhiker. Ooh, creepy. Lisa Boo, how's it going? Michael Nothing saying maybe it's movie magic. It is saying that it's off of a Nexar cam, which is a dash cam that you could put in your vehicle. Alright, let me play that one again. Too bad I can't pause it, because every time I pause it, it goes super small. I should just find the one on YouTube. Super slow. Yeah, it's like a person with like baggy jeans and a jacket. Trixie's saying I'll send it to you. Yeah, because I can't pause it in this article. And then the close-ups that they use, you can't see what it is. It looks like a blurry. You can't even tell what it is. Like you could tell there's something. Well, I mean, this one you kind of can tell, but still, this one doesn't really look like what is in the video. Zero T's saying the Creep Show hitchhiker. Remember that? No. I'm trying to think of that one. I know Creep Show, but I'm trying to think of the hitchhiker. Like I went blank on that one. Jen's like, sorry guys. Jen's like, or it could be a guy walking because he got caught with someone else's wife. Sorry, Jen. Oh my god, that was a good. Yarg saying looks like a dog to me because it lit up more on the bottom. Audrey is saying like a wolf. And saying did the trucker see it or only later watching the video? I'm not sure because it didn't say in the article. It just said like he caught it on his neck. I mean, he probably did see something because I would assume why would he watch it over? What's up, Carol? Hold on. Trixie's saying she sent it, and then D Nice is saying that's a cool lamp, D-Nice. That's cool. Alright, let me find the other one. Let me see if I could get my TikTok here. That way I could get a better video of it. Let me see. And thank you, Trixie, for sending me that link. Give me 1 second, guys. No, I didn't want to click on that. I love computers sometimes. It is not showing it to me. D-Nice is like, glad you like it. I was confused to why my dad got it. Haha, he found it at a yard sale. Oh, that's cool, though. Okay, now it's saying I need to enable two-step verification. Thank you, Yarg, for your Cash App donation. You're awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Miss Ace, I hope your mom and pops are doing good. Carol saying, I got my neighbor a solar bauble thing like that lamp for Christmas. He got me a mug from the store that's at the actual house where the movie was filmed. Super cool. Oh, now I know where it's from. It's on Telegram. I don't have Telegram on my computer. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to search it on YouTube so I can slow it down and see it better. Aha, here it is. Oh, no, that's a... Well, I mean, I guess I can use this one. Zero saying that's how I saw my ghost. Same thing, driving and freaked out when I saw her, but mine was full body. That one kind of is full body. If I can, I'm going to pull it up here. Get this. I killed you guys. Hold on. Hold on. It's an ad. I don't want to listen to it. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I don't want the free YouTube premium trial. There it is. Now we could see it better. Like it looks like you could see the two little legs. Oh, that time you can't. You could kind of see it there. I mean, it still can't. You can't get it the way you could see it with it moving. Nerd report saying Will Smith is coming at me strong. And saying tricks are higher and makes things look smaller. Carol saying looks like a little kid with a big head or an alien. Okay, here's the slow-mo. He's all trekking along in the middle of the night, doing his thing. Then he goes, "What the hell is that?" Then he probably was like, he continued driving, and probably later that day he decided to check, and he was like, "Oh my God." But now there's an ad blocking it, so. Or not an ad, like another. He's probably like rubbing his eyes because it's, I think, what, 2 in the morning or something it said it was? Pat saying it's Dear David. Stephanie's like, "Oh, creepy." Mistress Meg is saying use the still shot and zoom in. L Fig, how's it going? Yarg is saying get the add-on ad blocker for YouTube. I will definitely get that. Because it's annoying. Zero saying no. This is see-through like a mist. You don't see the head or arms. Jay Brimble's going, Elisa, could it be a vertical challenged ghost? Allie's saying, looks like it could be an animal, though. I don't know. I like to debunk. Deja Voodoo, how's it going? Audrey's asking, did you remember to check out Dear I did. You missed my, I did a stream on Saturday about it, and I did a stream on Monday about it. I finished the story on Saturday. The article I was reading from about it was long. I wasn't expecting it to be that long, but I wanted to know what the ending was. But he's crazy. Stephanie saying could be a kid ghost. Jen is like, maybe it's EB looking for AH. Zero saying yes because it stays on your mind like, did I see that? I'm pretty sure he was probably driving all night, like it was probably bugging him until he stopped, or maybe he even stopped to check. You gotta check those out, Audrey.
That's what I do.
Trixie's giving me some tips. I'm watching the video. Sorry, guys. But I don't want it too loud because I don't want you guys hearing it. Nerd Report saying, help Lisa get to Vegas and go live. Donate via Cash App. Carol's asking, How am I doing on my hours? I was at 33,600. 3,691. I'm almost there. No, Trixie she sent me a video to help me with she sent me the video. Pat Gaines is saying, look how dark and remote the area is. Just headlights far away. That's spooky. I mean, there's a light that's like way over here, but I mean, there you can't really see it. You can only like kind of see it when it's in movement. There, you could kind of see. It looks like a pants. There. That's all you see, pants and 2 feet. El Figasin, I don't know, but it looks like half of a body, just legs. Pat Gaines, it's pitch black out there. It is. It's crazy. Carol says it also kind of looks like it just appears as he's coming up to it. Carol's like, is that a shoe? Oh, the little white. Don Van Nee saying middle of the desert at night plays tricks with your eyes. Deja Vu's like, Ma, you think that is dark and remote of an area? I'm out in the country right now. That is a photo of a paved road. We don't have those in remote locations. I mean, in this one, you could kind of see. If I move it up a bit. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. Too far. Oh, that one made it too blurry. I mean, there, I guess you could see legs. It just looks like baggy pants, a part of a shirt, like a torso, and then feet. Allie's saying, try going through Haunted Savannah. I don't like the tourist stories. I wonder if he actually... Well, it's saying he was driving when he passed by the transparent face, so he must have saw it with his own eyes. He describes the figure as just standing in the roadway as I pass by. Looks like you can see the lines through the legs making the figure. And then it says SR-87 has seen its fair share of deadly car crashes as it's one of the state's main highways to get to and from mountain communities. What do you think? Pat Gaines is, why is there only half of a person walking? So he must have he must have saw that. He was driving. He's like, "What the heck is that?" And then decided to probably, I don't know how long he was driving until he decided to look at the playback. Trixie's like, "Stealth suit, I told you." Yarg is saying it's a doggo trying to find its way back to the best friend and die on its way back. Could. But I don't see like a dog figure there. I see pant legs. Like cargo, like baggy pants. But then they also said that that highway has seen many deadly crashes. So could it be a spirit of someone that was involved in one of those deadly crashes? Possibility. And they're just, aimlessly roaming the highway. Pat Gaines has said, "Did you say Savannah? Most haunted place in the U.S., they say." D Nice has said Arizona is home to the Gene Company, so they're crazy about pants. Well, these look like, I don't know, they look like cargo pants maybe? Or those those baggy pants way back in the 90s that people used to wear? I forgot what they were called. Some people still wear them now, but it's either that or a person's like super, has big legs. I don't know. Super crazy though. I don't know. What would you guys do if you saw this on the road? Would you actually like pull over to see it, or would you just keep on driving? D Nice is like, parachute pants, yes. Jinkos, yes. Carol. Trixie saying should keep driving. Lisa Boo hammer pants. York saying bell bottom. Stephanie trip pants from Hot Topic. Don Vanny parachute pants. That's what they look like to me. Pat Gaines is like, keep on driving fast. So Pat definitely does not want to check out what she just saw or on the road. Carol's like, if I saw it, I'd slam on brakes. Carol, would you actually get out of the car? Deja Voodoo, I feel like this is a photo of a kid running from a house party after it got busted by cops. Brandon's like, I would keep on driving, spent too many nights on Arizona highways. Fake carpenter pants. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. They kind of look like cargo pants. I think I would, if it was me, I'd probably keep on driving. I'd be like, did I just see that? Nah. And then I'd keep on driving. I would think it was my imagination because he's saying he's driving down the road at 2:30 in the morning. So I would be like, I was half asleep or something. Allie's like, don't, can't touch this. Pat Gaines is like, I'll be like the Roadrunner. Would you guys think it would be a figment of your imagination, or would you think that you actually saw something? Teresa, how's it going? If I feel anger, I would keep driving. Peace, I would stop. True, because it depends on the vibe. True, because if I felt like it was kind of like a malicious thing, I would keep on driving. Carol saying, I heard stories of people seeing ghosts on the side of the road and not too far away would be a dead body, like the ghost is trying to get someone to see their body so they can be laid to rest. Whoa. That's kind of tr- well, yeah, cuz sometimes the spirit just wants you to know their story, you know what I mean? So they can find peace. Deja voodoo, I'd be happy if it wasn't a deer. Allie's like, I used to live in a very haunted area in New Jersey. It's real. Stephanie's like, true, if I felt like it was friendly, I might not. D Nice is saying, I always see things like floaters in my eyes or flashing lights from my retina, so it wouldn't phase me. Trixie's like, I know I'd be like that happen, like a bat out of hell, I'd be gone. Don Vanny would say Figment at night and I'm tired. Brandon Torres is saying the Phoenix Light phenomenon was crazy too. I saw a video on that. That's crazy. And say this is someone with Walmart rage walking it off steaming hot. Yeah, but they're missing their Walmart bag. Like he doesn't there's no Walmart bag full of items in it. Carol is saying, well, if I got unalived on the side of the road, I'd try my damnedest to flag someone down like, hey, I don't want to rot here. You know? Oh, that's funny because it says the Phoenix Lights right here on the little or the next video. Deep Nice is saying they walked out with nothing because the employee decided to buy them instead. And saying Walmart didn't have what they wanted. So that's why they're walking down Highway 87 here. Steaming hot. With this weird light at the very end. I don't know what that light is like at the end. Another car maybe, but that looks like a one-way highway. Pat Gaines out of eggs. T Nice's life is a highway. They're walking it all night long. I like that song. Harkle's looking for their pacifier. Carol seeing a street sign. I don't think that's a street sign because this is a highway. Highway 87. Well, maybe it could be. I'm not familiar with this highway. And then this guy decided to send his article to the news. Or his video. That's weird. I didn't think the news would put something about a ghost being seen on the highway. D Nice is saying it's a pepper ghost. The reflection is coming from the car. Alright, guys. I was going to talk about. Let me see if I can find it. Have any of you guys heard of the Entity House here in Los Angeles? I've never heard about it. Trixie saying nope. Brandon's like, it's the trucker's mocos. Don Vanny saying no. Nerd Report saying no. Carol's intrigued. Oh, rubbing hands together. Let's hear about it. Allie's like, nope, but I'm interested. Tell me more. All right. Well, this is an article by LA Ghosts. The entity house might just look like some ordinary house located smack dab in the middle of suburban Los Angeles, but the home is known for having a story that was published into a book and later adapted into a horror film that earned the house its name. The house was believed to be the wait a minute. The house was believed to the B site. People. The house was believed to be the site of a series of hauntings, with one victim recalling so many stories of each haunted happening. They didn't proofread their article. While the story of the entity may seem to live on forever in books and movies, the home may still have a story of its own to tell of things never been told. Are there spirits still haunting the home? What other stories that have yet to be heard that may have never been revealed in either book or film adaptation? We will discuss the history of the home and the stories that have given it the reputation of being one of the most haunted places in all of Los Angeles. Get this out of here. The only thing I don't like is all these little icons going into the article. The entity house is located in the Los Angeles suburb of Culver City. The house was occupied in the early 70s by a woman named Doris Bither and her 4 sons. Bither was not married at the time and had suffered from possible health issues that had required her to take some type of medication. It was deemed that due to trauma and other mental issues that they may have stemmed from a difficult childhood, the medication that was prescribed to Bither may have been used to treat her. Bither also had a history of physical and substance abuse in the past. It was said that at some point during the night, Bither was asleep and was awakened only to be raped by what appeared to be 3 spirits. She would recall 2 of them holding her down while the third one would assault her. At some point later, Bither was visiting a bookstore near the UCLA campus when she overheard a lecture taking place about paranormal activity. The lecture had been performed by Barry Taff and Carrie Gaynor, both working for a parapsychology lab at the UCLA campus. Bither had heard the last part of the lecture only to approach them soon after about her very violent encounter with spirits. That led to Taff and Gaynor to set up preliminary interviews with her on August 22nd, 1974. The person that wrote this article did not proofread it, and I didn't read it before going on here. Deja Voodoo's like, oh, I know this story. I don't remember the movie. D Nice is like, oh, it's in Culver City? While being interviewed, I guess that's what the house looks like. Is it that? Which one is it? The yellow house, I'm guessing? This one? It just looks like a regular house. While being interviewed, Bither had recalled hearing the spirits banging on the walls, lights flickering, and even moving around the house, despite the home being occupied by 4 of her children. It was also reported that Bither had been suffering episodes of what could be known as sleep paralysis, which Taff and Gaynor may have believed could have been linked to Bither's claim of being savagely attacked by spirits. However, their tune changed when multiple witnesses had come forward to talk about their eerie feelings and strange occurrences that had happened near the home. These recollections have included members of Bither's family that had visited her at the home on several occasions. They would often hear phantom noises like loud voices and banging on the walls. One such witness claimed to see Bither being thrown around like a rag doll. Another witness account reported one of Bither's sons attempting to intervene with one of the spirits and was attacked to the point where his arm was broken. Ooh, crazy. Taff and Gaynor proceeded to investigate the home and had noticed that the lights were flickering on and off constantly. The pair reported that they had no idea of what may have happened next. As Taff and Gaynor began to interview the teens living in the home, they noticed that the relationship between the teens and their mother didn't appear the best. But isn't that normal with teenagers? However, as one of the teens was being interviewed, the cabinet doors were reportedly being flung open with no one near them. Some pots and pans would often hit the floor violently without any explanation or reason, and to make matters a lot more hair-raising, no tremors or earthquakes were said to be reported at that time. Taff and Gaynor wasted little to no time taking pictures of every room of the house. When the photos were quickly developed, they noticed the sight of white orbs appearing in many of the photos. Sheets of white fuzz had also appeared in some of the photos as well. After the investigation had wrapped up, Taff and Gaynor believed that the best course of action was to remove Bither from the house. Soon after, Taff and Gaynor had taken photos of each room once again, only to see a major difference in the photos. No white sheets or orbs had appeared in the photos, and it was apparent that the paranormal presence had no longer been in sight, which means Bither was the cause of the hauntings, maybe. We'll pause there because I need to pause for a second. No. Because Teresa's saying law enforcement tried to blame her sons for the assault. Teresa's saying The Entity is the one and only horror movie I can't watch ever again. I don't know if I can't remember that movie. I cannot remember that movie. I don't know if I've seen it. The investigation of the home and Bither's apparent attack had taken 10 weeks before a conclusion had been revealed. Doris had described many presences that she had encountered, including one in particular that she would only describe as a humanoid that was... Why did they put like all these icons right here? That's super annoying. Humanoid that was later known as the Entity. During the investigation, nearly 30 researchers have been in the home where Bither had attempted to summon the spirits. Bither would summon them by cursing and yelling at them, while some researchers had recording materials alongside them to document the event. The summoning had appeared to work as light had suddenly begun to turn on and a large green fog had begun to appear. The fog later formed into a figure of what appeared to be a torso of a man. Some researchers were able to see more of the man's appearance as someone who appeared to be big and muscular in size. The figure that appeared apparently had no face either. Alright, So what do you guys think so far? Aaron saying I've seen many friendly spirits in my life. DF saying the entity creeped me out too and nothing scares me. Allie's like not all spirits or presents are bad. Julius is like never summon the spirits. Trixie, Lisa Boo saying creepy. Trixie saying they were on shrooms. Well, she did drugs, it said in the article, so I'm gonna have to check this movie out. I'm gonna have to put that on my list. Post investigation. During this event, one of the cameras managed to capture the image of a bright white orb before it failed and never took any more images. Bither and her family had left the home in California, relocated in Texas while managing to keep in touch with paranormal investigators. However, as Bither left for what might have been her new life in a new place, the haunting seemed to have continued. At some point, Bither and her family had disappeared to an undisclosed location. She had never come forward regarding her stories about the time of both the release of the book and the film based on her paranormal experiences. Rumors had it that she may have been pregnant with the child that may have been fathered by the entity. In 1995, Doris Bither passed away from an apparent pulmonary arrest. All right. Allie's saying I lived in a haunted house in my teen years. Not all ghosts are bad or evil. I agree. I've never had an experience, but I totally agree with you on that one, Allie. So now it's saying, is a house worth visiting? As it would appear, the home is still standing and may be occupied by residents to this day. Unfortunately, with the spiritual entity seemingly sticking with Doris Bither, it might not even be haunted to this day. But do not despair, though. It would be nice just to snap a couple photos as you pass through the home on your way to some of the other haunted places that are scattered about in the City of Angels. But if you end up in the neighborhood of Culver City, it never hurts to see the house before your eyes, outside, of course. So they're basically saying that the house is Doris Bither is what caused the haunting in the house. It wasn't it was the person, not the house. D Nice is saying the spirits are playing hide and seek with you, Lisa. You just haven't found them. Brandon saying I was told I lived in one and the ghost tucked me in a blanket according to my parents. An older lady did pass away in there. Oh, that's crazy. I mean, it'd probably still be cool to see the house. It's saying the entity house may have a sordid story about a past resident, but by now, the current residents are probably breathing a sigh of relief knowing that there might be no hauntings occurring at the house. But rest assured, the story of the entity still live on in books, films, and in the story collection of many paranormal researchers and enthusiasts. You may come across investigative works of Barry Taff and Carrie Gaynor if you happen to end up on the campus of UCLA along the way. So what do you guys think of this house? I have to see the movie, then I can tell you about the house. I think the movie would probably make me be like, oh my gosh. Stephanie's saying, pretty sure I've seen an angel or good spirit. I felt like it was a sign for a friend firing going through something, and I saw a white silhouette, kind of like that highway ghost on a building. Didn't get any bad vibes from it though. That's pretty cool though. That's pretty cool. You don't want any bad vibes from it. Aaron saying she was haunted, not the house, nothing to see her. Yeah, it's like move along, move along. I wonder if the people living in the house get a bunch of people driving by, taking pictures. That would so annoy me. But then, kind of, that's what you get for living in a famous house, I guess. Stephanie said a friend going through something is what she meant to say. D Nice is saying my grandfather passed in my aunt's old house in historic Filipino town in LA. Took them a while before they moved across the street, but they told me it was too hard for them as they kept seeing him. Wow. Brandon saying I would be cool with a ghost. Just tell them I'm just passing by. Don Vanny saying Bither was haunted or the prescription drugs caused her to feel things. But I kind of agree with you on that one, Don. Because they're saying once she left the house, like, there was no issues. But I could just imagine if I lived in that house, the amount of people that drive by. D Nice is saying he passed before I was born. Wow. Because they actually do have the address for the house. I'd feel weird driving by the house. I'd feel like people, because nowadays when people see weird cars in their neighborhood, they kind of like look at you. They're like, who are you? Where did you come from? Thank you, Anne. Oh, wait a minute. It goes on to what else is in this article? Oh, it's just talking about different haunted places. All right, let me switch back. Brandon saying I heard the Comedy Store in LA is haunted. I heard too. Carol saying I feel like they just want to be acknowledged. So if you see one and not getting any bad vibes, just address them as you would a live person. They just miss interaction, I bet. They probably do, because just imagine if you're stuck in, like, not being able to leave a location and you're stuck there all by yourself. And you see somebody, of course you're going to probably want to be like, oh my God, people. Delayla Lugo is saying I've seen an orb floating looking at me during a Texas swing. Texas swing is when the spirits go floating somewhere to battle. Crazy. Aaron Cooper, the Comedy Store. It's a place in LA. In fact, you know what? Here, I can look it up. They actually, I think Ghost Adventures actually went to the Comedy Store. Let me see if I can find a good article that talks about it, not just gives me one-liners. Okay, hold on. This one might tell me. Let me go back here. Alright, guys. This is the Comedy Store. And it's located in Los Angeles. And this is from hauntedhouses.com. It's seen the Comedy Store is a showcase comedy nightclub where people enjoy stand-up comedy shows that promote up-and-coming comedians and well-seasoned one as well. Many well-known comics got their start here, and the venue has remained very popular indeed. The Comedy Store makes its home in a 3-story building that has long been the home to various popular entertainment venues. Inside, the patrons can see shows in the original show or the much enlarged main showroom. The showrooms have backstage dressing rooms. There is a basement storage area below the stage and the first floor, a kitchen, and an annex off the kitchen. Offices are located in the second and third floor of the building. History. The Sunset Strip was not under the jurisdiction of the city of Los Angeles from its beginning in 1870. I did not know that. Kind of cool. Until the year 1984. Before that, it was part of West Hollywood. This led it to begin being open for all kinds of illegal activity, including sensual entertainment, games of chance, and of course banned alcoholic drinks during Prohibition. Nightclubs were a convenient way to provide all three, being legal businesses that were conveniently near or next to not so legal entertainment. Organized crime groups were good at running it all. The building that now is home to the Comedy Club was built by nightclub developer and owner William Wilkerson in the late 30s to be a ritzy nightclub. Ciro's for the rich and famous, offering top-grade entertainment. For nearly 20 years, it was the premier place for Hollywood stars and other high-profile people in the movie and TV industry to hang out and enjoy themselves. During this time, it's actually not really talking about anything haunted, it's just talking about the history. During this time, the mafia, of course, had its fingers in the club. As Wilkerson had several clubs on the Sunset Strip, he probably worked out business deals with Mickey Cohen, the underworld boss who controlled the vice business of the Sunset Strip. From the 20s through the 50s, mobsters Mickey Cohen ran a brothel right next to Ciro's. Besides demanding a cut of the club's profits, a cost owners paid to stay in business and breathing as well, Mickey set up his headquarters in an office upstairs in the Ciro's building. Official mob business was taken care of in the basement. There was a killing and torture room to deal with problem people. Customers who couldn't pay their gaming debts, romanced the wrong waitress or showgirl, or were guilty of some other offense were the ones who suffered and died here. In the basement, there was also an abortion clinic set up for showgirls, prostitutes, and girlfriends of mobsters to get rid of their tummy bumps. I like how they put that, their tummy bumps. These women probably didn't have a choice in the matter. A nurse of questionable skill was on Mickey's payroll to perform illegal abortions. One woman died from her abortion, and the nurse was publicly humiliated and probably killed by the dead woman's boyfriend. That's crazy. During the 60s, the club changed to providing rock and roll stage acts up until the mid-70s. When new business people moved in to try something new, Sammy and Mitzi Shore and Rudy DeLuca started out their comedy club venture by renting a room in the building, where they opened up a unique venue on April 10th, 1972 that featured male comedians. Their success let them move to a bigger space. The Comedy Store didn't make money in its first 2 years in this new space. When Sammy got a job in Vegas, Mitzi took over and revamped the club to feature talented new comedians. This change turned the cash-strapped club into a moneymaker. Okay, Brandon saying this is why they say one of the rooms at the Comedy Store is called the Belly Room. Allie's like the mafia had a lot of their fingers and everything at the time. Don Vanny is saying Polly has been running it since Mitzi's death. Lorraine Lamar saying Marilyn Monroe went there. While the comedy club excelled, the marriage between Sammy and Mitzi ended. And the divorce, wow, it's really getting... I mean, I guess we could hear the history about the Comedy Store. Or does it tell you the hauntings? While the comedy club excelled, the marriage between Sammy and Mitzi ended. In the divorce settlement, Mitzi was left with the Comedy Store. She did so well with it that she opened up a second comedy club venue in Westwood, and it became hugely popular with local UCLA students. It also caught the attention of Hollywood agents who were always looking for new talents. When the original Cairo building was put up for sale, Mitzi bought it and enlarged the main stage. The most popular young comics performed here, as well as more established seasoned comics. On another stage, Mitzi gave women comics their own stage and called it the Belly Room. At this time, she also moved one of her Los Angeles comedy stores down to La Jolla and hired her daughter to manage that one. This success inspired other comedy venues to pop up in Los Angeles. But while all the Los Angeles comedy venues were making a lot of money, it turned out that the owners were not paying the comedians for their performances. Comedians? That kind of sucks. Comedians were no longer willing to be paid by having the opportunity to perform. They wanted to be paid in cash as well. After striking at all the comedy venues in LA, owners, including Mitzi, relented. So this is really going into... Oh, okay. It's getting to the good part. Because I was like, where are the hauntings? One comedian, Steve Lubetkin, who was a close friend of Mitzi's, was heavily involved in the strike. Afterwards, he was banned at the comedy club. This pushed him over the edge, and he jumped from the 14th floor of the Continental Hyatt House, which was right next door to the club. He was aiming for the roof of the club, but landed in the driveway instead. His note stated, "My name is Steve Lubetkin. I used to work at the Comedy Store." In his note, he blamed Mitzi for not letting him perform there. Really? Throughout the years at the Comedy Store, audiences have been entertained by stand-up comedies from such people as Bette Midler, Robin Williams, John Belushi, Gary Shandling, Michael Keaton, Arsenio Hall, Richard Blazer, and Sam Kinison. Other comedians that got their start there included Louis Anderson, Jim Carrey, and Chris Rock. The Comedy Store still offers the top up-and-coming talent to audiences as well as more established comics. History of manifestations. Hopefully this tells us about the hauntings. Carol's like, wow, that's some huge names. Yes. Alright. People who kill themselves sometimes find no relief from their troubles on the other side and find themselves stuck in the world because they can't let go of their pain. They try to make themselves feel better by staying where they long to have success or where all their unhappiness is tied to, trying to work through it. True. Comedian Steve Lubetkin killed himself because he had hoped to resurrect his comedic career here and couldn't face not having this chance to do so. Women who died from abortions or childbirth gone bad stick around this world because their death was unexpected and a shock to them, and they can't believe that they died. The girlfriend of a mobster died from her abortion in the basement clinic. People enjoyed working at a place, and the camaraderie they experienced there sometimes like to continue there even in spirit form. So are they saying that the ghost of Steve Lupkin and then women who had botched abortions and some of Mickey Cohen's fellas? So they're saying the mafia has long had their fingers in nightclubs entertainment, stretching back to the 20s, when prohibition forced the sale of alcohol into the black market, where it became part of the sports package of illegal prostitution and gambling. Mobsters found their way into legitimate nightclubs. If a deal couldn't be made, they used muscle and threats to take a piece of the pie. Sometimes they took over completely with the demise of the old owner who refused a deal he couldn't refuse. Okay, well, I get it. So they're saying victims viciously tortured and killed in the basement and on the floors above are still there. The staff and manager of the Comedy Store have had the following experience. Finally! This is what I wanted! Comedians Joey Gaynor and Blake Clark both got their start at the Comedy Store working as doormen and security men. Servers, assistants, and office personnel have had encounters with the spirit people as well. Okay, so they're saying the entity of Steve Lebetkin. It's not really saying, because it's kind of explaining it like in like a story, not like fact. Steve Lebitkin is probably one of the spirits who enjoy watching the new comedians perform on stage. He could be one of the spirits who likes to play pranks on the staff there, letting them know of his presence. Other spirits, too, get their chuckles at the expense of the living. Besides the entity of Steve Lebitkin, there are at least 5 spirits that hang around the building, all originating from the 30s through the 50s, probably as a result of mob activity. They become most active when the place is quiet, especially in the early morning hours, though they have been known to be active at other times as well. Holy crap, I just heard something knock. That is crazy. I hear weird things in this room sometimes when I'm in here. D Nice is saying, oh my god, that place sounds so depressing. No wonder it's a comedy club. Gotta lighten the mood. Lorraine's saying there's a small club here that tells comics they can't perform unless they bring an audience. No, you're the club owner. You bring the audience. That's not my job. Holy crap, I just heard another knock on the wall. Daisy, the Vegas Pisces Saint, you heard the knock too? Yeah, now that's kind of freaking me out. I heard, it's weird. The last time I was in this room. Yeah. I don't know why that just freaked me out. No, the last time I was in. It's loose playing tricks on me. No, the last time I was doing my layout in here the other day, and I heard the knock too. And it was about this time. Daisy was like, the first knock was louder. Yeah, you heard it. I hear clicking now. I don't hear any clicking though. No, the last time I was in the room, I heard the knock, and then I heard, you know how you can hear the. Whoa, this is weird. Sorry, I'm all talking about ghosts and I'm getting freaked out in here. No, the last time I was in this room, I was setting up the layout and I heard the knocks. And then you know how when you're sitting in a room and you can hear like something like moving? Like, you know, when you move, you could hear like the movement in the air. That kind of, I heard that the other day, and that kind of, it's crazy. Carol's like, I heard the clicking, but you looked the other way. Yeah, Carol's saying we heard it. That was if you guys heard it, that was loud. That kind of creeped me out. Nerd Report's like, oh. Yeah, you know, to mention it too, it kind of got cold in here too. I don't know. I don't know. So if someone doesn't like my story about the comedy club. Allie's saying we had a spirit who would move things around at the old theater in Mississippi, but he was a friendly sort. He would make things disappear, do a light show, and make noises, but he was friendly. Cool. Super cool. Super cool. I don't know, that kind of, I was like, what the heck was that? Okay, so now it's saying prankster at play in the main showroom. While looking up one night, the doorman and security man comedian Blake Clark saw a chair on the stage slide for 20 feet effortlessly all by itself. Waitresses have set up the tables before a performance, and when they leave for a moment, they come back and everything is off the tables, neatly folded up and stacked. As comedians Joey Gaynor and Black Clark were closing the main room one night, they walked out for a moment. When they came back, 10 chairs were stacked on top of each other in the middle of the night. That's like Poltergeist. Don't challenge this experience. Clark and Gaynor and other staff members have had several personal experiences with both Mickey Cohen's fellas, the female spirit and the spirit of the victims of mob torture and punishment. When Joey and Blake were both in the main stage area, Joey decided to challenge the spirit to show themselves. Against the advice of Blake, they both watched an ashtray slowly rise from a table in front of them and throw itself at Joey's head. He ducked quickly, letting the ashtray hit the wall behind them. Female entity. A woman's voice has been heard in the showrooms, and her moans and cries are heard in the basement area as well. She seems to enjoy her memories in the showrooms, perhaps watching the new living talent on stage as well, but also relives her pain, distress, and dying moments because of her abortion. I've heard of this one. I've heard of the female entity. Victim of the mod entity of World War II airmen. One quiet afternoon, Blake was playing a video game in a room near the kitchen. He suddenly felt a presence watching him about 3 feet behind him. Looking out at the corner of his eyes, he saw a man dressed in a World War II brown leather bomber jacket. Turning to say something to him, Blake could see right through the man, who faded away right before his eyes. That same afternoon, the same man in the brown leather bomber jacket appeared in a third-floor office in front of an assistant, Debbie. He was crouching in a corner, terrified. He faded away before her eyes. It seems that he may have been killed in the office by an associate of Mickey Cohen. Crazy stuff. Deja Voodoo saying lay down a line of salt if you think something is there, or hot foot powder, but that takes a lot of ingredients to make. I mean, I caught an orb on my security camera in this room. I haven't in a while though. It happens at random times. But like it was for a while. It was like once a month I would see an orb just on my camera and I was like, "What is that?" Carol saying, Lisa, you have to say something to it next time you hear the knocking. Okay, next time I'm here, because that's weird, because it happened, the last time I was in here, I heard that exact same knocking. That's why it kind of, like, threw me off. Okay, this one's saying Mickey's Cairo's club enforcer, Gus. Apparently, the Comedy Store owners have an unpaid floor security manager in spirit form. Staff members have often seen a man whom they call Gus standing in the back of the performance room, dressed in his black dress suit and fedora, eyeing the crowd and watching the staff perform their duties. While on the phone talking on a business call, Comedy Store Vice President Michael and the employee who sits at a desk across from him both saw a man dressed in 40s attire walk between their desks, glancing at them, perhaps checking on their work habits. He disappeared as he left their office space. Just a few seconds after seeing this entity, both Michael and his employee dashed through the doorway, following the entity on patrol into the adjacent office. The employee there didn't see anyone living come through. 3 men dressed in 1940s style suits. They appear in solid form in the black when something interesting is happening in the showrooms, perhaps wanting to put their best foot forward and fit in with the living better. Wow, there's a lot of stuff that goes on in this building. Crazy. Pain in the heart of the building. Because of the torturous experience that people have gone through in the basement, it is thought that the basement is the heart of the building because of all the pain, suffering, and death that happened there. And in the abortion clinic room, the atmosphere is heavy and an oppressive energy pervades this space. Screams, moans, and cries are heard coming from the basement area. The abortion was done by a nurse, probably in a crude procedure that had the risk of the women bleeding to death or dying from infection in an unsterile environment. Ooh, The sadistic executioner did his work in a room here where he broke kneecaps and legs before finding just the right cruel way to kill his victims, who had crossed Mickey Cohen in some way. That is crazy. Chantilly, how's it going? Carol saying, oh, so Ciro's, oh, like Ciro, oh, Ciro's. Thank you. Jen saying the original Men in Black. That'd be kind of cool, though. You'd be sitting at your desk and a guy dressed up in 40s attire just walks by and stares at you and then disappears. That'd be kind of cool. Super cool. Chantilly's like, have we opened many doors yet? I don't want to miss that. No, I haven't. I will definitely bring some doors back. Stephanie's like, creepy. Mickey Cohen? Mickey Cohen was a mobster. He was an American gangster, boxer, and entrepreneur based in Los Angeles during the mid 20th century. Nasty male entity in the basement. Joey Gaynor and Blake Clark's terrifying experiences with this black-hearted spirit thug. One early morning at 3 a.m., Blake and another staff member heard a low guttural growl coming from the basement. Blake and another staff member bravely went down to investigate. The padlocked gate in front of the basement was bending out like something was pushing, trying to get it out. The gate suddenly snapped back into place, but before their eyes, they saw a huge 7-foot black form now standing in front of the gate. A menacing entity that radiated evil and malevolence. Blake and the other staff members didn't stick around long enough to see what it would do and flew up the stairs and out the building. Blake and Gaynor went down to the basement later to see if it was still there. Yes, indeed. It formed in a corner of the room, a big, dark mass of a man with no face, with a very menacing countenance. It whizzed by them and they ran up the stairs in record time. In fact, Blake refused to go into the basement anymore ever since a piece of black cardboard fell from nowhere, hitting his hand, while he and Joey were in the basement. He turned the cardboard over and his name was scrawled on it. It knew his names. Ooh, I would definitely never go back in there after that. All the spirit people like to watch the shows. Steve makes himself feel better by living the career he wanted through seeing these talented comedians entertain the audience. Spirit in residence, with the exception of the nasty one in the basement, not only appear in front of the staff and others, but have been known to critique the performers. One evening, while Sam Kinison was on the stage of the original showroom, Clark was next door closing up the main showroom. As he heard Kinison go through his comic routine, getting louder and louder as was his custom, Clark heard a low buzz of voices, which also got louder and louder. When Sam reached his trademark scream, Clark heard the voices angrily chanting, "It's him! It's him! It's him!" The ghosts did their best to dissuade Sam from performing. They messed with the lights and interfered with the sound system, annoying Sam. One night, Sam boldly challenged the ghosts to show themselves. The lights all went out. Ooh, crazy. That is crazy. So what do you guys think of the Comedy Store? Aaron Cooper's like, it knew his name? Apparently, I would never go down to the basement after that. Chantilly's like, nope, I agree. No thanks. I wouldn't either. No, if this black piece of wood fell down with my name on it, Brandon's like, we need a tour. I mean, I don't think they'd let you in there unless there's a comedy thing going on. Or I would go. Ulysses saying I would not go. Matthew's like, never. Stephanie's wild. I mean, I would go. I would not go in the basement though. I don't want to. I don't want to be with that menacing spirit, and then it throw me something with my name on it. It'd be like, you. I know you. Aaron, see, Freaky, you should take us on a tour. Comedy Store haunting. Here we come. I mean, I would go. I don't know if I could even get in there. I'd be like, so this is the main stage. There's this black shadow in the corner. Don't mind him. I'll be like, no, I'd probably be like, what's that sound? Where'd it come from? I'd be going crazy in there probably. Brandon's like, just blame me. Lorraine's like, they're better dressed than today's guys. That's for sure. True. Jen's like, calm down. He was just signing autograph. Daisy saying, I've never heard of the Comedy Store till last month when a friend in California who introduced me to Ghost invited me because they had an extra ticket and told me that the place is known to be super haunted. Cool. So did you experience anything there, Daisy? Or felt anything, I should say? Because sometimes you can walk in a building and you can feel the heaviness. Daisy's like, how funny, I'm hearing about this place again. That's crazy. Someone mentioned, or Brandon mentioned the Comedy Store, and then I just went into the article for it. So that was kind of weird. I went on it as a tangent. I mean, I would probably have to buy a ticket for a comedy thing. I don't think they would just let me in. They'd be like, who are you? And what do you want with our building? I could be like, I'm with Ghost Report. I heard that there were several haunting in this building. No. I like to do an article. I'm pretty sure even if you stand on the outside of that building, there's probably a lot of energy. Brandon's asking what would be crazier to stay the night, the Cecil Hotel or the Comedy Store. I would say the Cecil Hotel, not the Comedy Store. I think there's more craziness at the Cecil, or Stay on Main is what it is now. Daisy's like, sadly I didn't go because I was not gonna drive out there for just a few hours. Darn. Aaron's like, the Cecil's apartments. No, I think it's low income housing. I Julissa St. Brandon will go with you, Lisa. Stephanie's like, I mean, you could. You could. It'd be cool. No, Deja Voodoo, I think it's low income housing. And they changed the name to Stay on Main. I should Google that to see. Stay on Main. Hotel. Actually, no, they're still. Yeah, it's saying it's an affordable housing complex. It opened in December 20th, 1924 as a budgeted hotel. In 2011, the hotel was renamed the Stay on Main. The 14-floor hotel has 700 guest rooms. Wow. That is crazy. Super crazy. Brandon's like, I need to stock up on my holy water. Allie's saying I'm more terrified of your driving skills rather than the haunted places. Hey, I drive good. Chantilly's like, we all need to stock up now. Hey, Alice, how's it going? Daisy's like, I'm down to go ghost hunting with anyone, though. I used to do that back in the day. I've never gone ghost hunting, so one of these days I'm going to have to definitely do that. Definitely. Deja Voodoo, you'd be amazed how many club owners allow ghost hunters into the venue to look around. I just need some muscle. They'll be like, this young lady wants to come in and investigate your property, and it'd be like this big old buff guy. I'd be like, all right, no problem, man, no problem. Like, big buff guy that's like 6 foot tall comes in. Allie's down with going ghost hunting. We should have a meetup where we. Elfig is saying, Lisa, take Lewis. Brandon saying, I heard Mitzi and Lily Tomlin have a seance in a room for Andy Kaufman at the Comedy Store. Stephanie's like, go with Lewis. And Aaron's saying, take Lewis. He has big energy. Chantilly's saying that'd be cool. There's a lot of random TikTokers who go live walking around cemeteries and places like that ghost hunting. Sometimes I wonder, but I'll watch. Alice is like, I want to go. Stephanie's like, I love a ghost hunting stream. Deja Voodoo, you actually stayed at the Cecil? How did you have any experiences or no? I've been on the outside of it. I just didn't walk in, and that was before it became affordable housing. Alice is like, we've done ghost hunting before. Brandon's asking, is the Hollywood Forever Cemetery haunted? It is. I heard it is, actually. Alice is saying a couple of places in Pasadena. There's the Cobb Estates. Well, it's not Pasadena, that's Altadena. Then the Colorado Street Bridge. I've driven across the bridge, but I want to walk on the bridge. Chantilly's like, I'd definitely go with Lewis and everyone here in the chat as a group. Lewis would be our protection. Alice is like, I've been to the Cobb Estate. Aaron Cooper, is the bridge haunted? Allegedly it is, but when I went during the day though, and I went underneath it on a hike, and I didn't experience anything. Thank you, Delea Luga, for your PayPal donation. Thank you. You're awesome. Jin's like, I'll bring the sarcasm. Chantilly is loose. We'll make sure there are a limited amount of doors being open so we have no fear. Yes, definitely. Brandon's like, keep us safe from Kukui. Chantilly's like, Lisa will lead us, Lewis will guard us. Daisy's asking Lisa, is that the bridge where the spirit kids put? No, that's Gravity Hill. I need to go there. I've never been there. And I think it's in Altadena, if I'm not mistaken. No, the bridge is where, for some odd reason, people were drawn to it to commit their S. And there was over 150 deaths from the lifetime. From when the bridge opened to now. Well, I mean, I guess there's not so much now since they put the fencing above, or around it, I should say, to prevent people from jumping. But I've never been on top of the bridge, and I think I've driven over it, but I want to walk on it and film it. Senior Space Gusto, what's up? Deja Voodoo's, I had experience with highly uncomfortable guests, nothing spooky. Alice is like, just bring the flashlight. All right. Matthew's saying, if you've seen the show Grimm, El Cucuy is a badass older lady. I know of the show, but I never watched it. Alice is saying I've been there to the bridge. DF is asking who would be braver, you or Lewis. I want it. I don't know. I don't know with that one. That one's kind of probably Lewis. Because he'll hear noises and he'll be like, oh, it's an animal. But then I would probably like him. I'd probably be the idiot that would open the door. And I'm always telling people not to open the door. I'd be doing it myself. Carol's like probably Lewis. He has kung fu moves. But then I'll be like, after a while, I'll be like, what is this? What is going on? So I'll probably get curious too. I'll be like, what the heck? And then I would take Carol's advice and talk to the spirit. Like next time, no, serious. When I hear that knocking, I'm going to say, who is it? I'm going to be like, who is it? Because that's the second time it's happened when I've been sitting in here. That's not the first time. Senior Space Gusto saying Lewis would be hunting chupacabras in his balloon. Carol's like, if you guys go ghost hunting, I want to go. Chantilly's like, don't worry, Lisa. I'll be there to remind him of the doors. Thank you. Because I'll be like, I'll be trying to open the door and you'll be like, no, don't open that door. Remember, you know what happens. And I'll be like, oh, yeah. But then I want to open the door. Come on, guys. No. Alright, guys. I'm having so much fun with you guys. But unfortunately, I got to call it a night. I do work tomorrow. But thank you guys for joining me. And I will see you all on the next one, Saturday at 8. Good night, guys.